Blue Skies Truth Radio. What's up, world? Thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, have you ever noticed that one negative interaction can throw off your entire day? One negative interaction with somebody can ruin your whole day. Listen, it's more important now than ever in order to carry a positive mindset. Your mindset is way more important than you think. What you want to do is you want to clean your thoughts, constantly evaluate, do an inventory of what you think about, the stuff that you put in your head and the thoughts that you feed yourself. Make sure that you're cleaning up your thoughts. You do not want to have negative self-talk. It's more important than ever that we actually clean up the thoughts that we think, the things that we say to each other, and the things that we say to other people. What you want to do, what I found works for me, and who knows if it works for you or not, and you know what? You don't got to do any of this. You do you, and you do what makes you feel good. Okay? You want to have a positive outlook on life. You're going to have some wins and you're going to have some losses. You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. As a matter of fact, speaking about wins and losses, you're going to have way more losses in life than wins. Okay? It doesn't matter if we're talking about relationships that have failed, either with family or friends, a girlfriend, a boyfriend. If you lost your girlfriend, horrible. If you lost your job, devastating. If you lost a family member, how are you ever going to move on? The thing is, in times like that, you want to make sure that your inner monologue is going to be there to support you, okay? You want to make sure that you've got a level, stable, positive outlook on life that you can always fall back on so that when these bad things happen, you've got a stable framework to fall back on. Like I said, our emotions, our life, it's going to ebb and flow like the tides of the earth. But you can't control the things that happen to you, but you can control the way you react and what you put back out in the world. So many people are toxic, they're trolls. You become the shining light. Be the light that the world needs. In a day and age where people are rude and racist and selfish and self-serving, you rise above that. Don't allow other people to pull you down, to affect your thoughts. That's another thing, man, is our thoughts are things. It's so important to just rise above. And then you've always got this stable baseline of positive thinking, positive outlook. Now, yes, I am kind of telling you that I put on a pair of rose-colored glasses and I taint the way I look at the world. But you know what? That's going to happen anyways. It's going to happen. We're going to look at the world. We don't look at the world as it is, ironically enough. Perception is a crazy thing. So if you're going to either look positively in a situation or negatively, why not choose to look at the situation positively? Why not choose to have a smile on your face? Look, I've always looked at it like this. If I go out and I'm in a pissed off mood, well, then I go outside and now I've got a grill face or whatever, and now I'm mean mugging someone else, and then they look at me and they go, oh man, like what the hell, that sucks, and then they've got a mean mug, and then maybe I bump someone and I walk by and I look at them and I'm like, what the hell is your problem? And then all of a sudden now that throws off their day, and then they move on and now they're in a negative mood, and what do you think is going to happen? I think it's going to create a negative feedback loop, and it's just going to bounce around, and eventually it's going to come back at you. It's almost like a boomerang. It's like what you're putting out into the world is going to come back. So rather than feeding the world with more poison, feed it with more love, more positive intention. Be careful about what you think about. On the same way that you can mean mug someone and you can spread hate and anger, you can also go out and spread love and joy. You can go out and you can smile. And then now you're smiling at someone and someone's going to go, wow, that's really nice. And you say, have a good day. And then all of a sudden now they walk out, they see your smile, it's infectious. They walk out, go somewhere else with a smile on their face, and someone else sees their smile and then goes, hey, Susan, what are you smiling about? Susan, hey, I always love using Susan. And then all of a sudden she's like, you know what? It's just a beautiful day. And then all of a sudden now they're smiling, and then that creates a positive feedback loop. So it's all about the negative feedback loop, positive feedback loop. Now, that being said, just because you're going to go out and try to be positive, that doesn't mean that everyone's going to be positive with you. Somebody might start mean mugging you and go, what the hell is this guy's problem? What's he got to smile about? And then he's going to come up and try to jar you, throw a stick in your spokes or whatever it is. So you got to be careful and you got to protect yourself, okay? And I'm not saying that you need to go out and love every stranger and this, that, and the other. Just put out that type of love, that type of energy into the world that you want to see. And just know that you're doing the best you can to create a better world. And hopefully it'll come back. That's really all it's about. It's about just calming down your mind and having positive thoughts. And pay attention. Things will talk to you. You're driving down the road and you hear a noise in your car and you go, oh, shoot, you know what? I should get that checked out. And then you go, you know what? Don't worry about it. And then next thing you know, you're driving down the road and psh, your car breaks. And then it's like, oh, you know what? I knew I should have gotten that checked out. It's like, just slow down and listen. If you got something wrong with your body, go get it checked out right now. I know it's not that easy. I mean, obviously we can go online, we can do our own research, but that too can take you into a scary. Try to see a professional, a trusted professional, someone that can actually diagnose you properly. And at the end of the day, it's just, if you're going to look at the world a certain way, either through positive or negative looks, well, then why not choose the positive? That's what I do. I've been in some good situations and I've been in some bad situations. It's always better when you have a positive mindset. And then also, in order to just have a positive mindset, you need to be the type of person that does positive things. If you're doing negative things, if you're putting negative comments, if you're shit-talking people behind their back, if you're that type of person, well, then you're going to start thinking, hey, other people are like that too. And, it's almost like a guilty conscience, like somebody who cheats on their partner, and then all of a sudden they start thinking that their partner's cheating on them, right? So, once again, I'm not saying that just because you're positive and you have a positive outlook, now all of a sudden the world's going to be better. But you are trying to color the world that you're looking at, and you're trying to wear a pair of rose-colored glasses, right? So go out, smile at someone, hold a door open for someone, say thank you. If somebody cuts you off in traffic, rather than shaking your fist at them, just say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry, man. No problem. No problem at all. Have a great day. If somebody asks you for directions, stop for a moment if you've got the time and give them directions. There's only so much that we can do. It is what it is. Honestly, you don't got to do any of this. Who the hell am I? But I do find that when you have a positive outlook, it helps give you that stable baseline in order to move forward and try to get through some of the adverse things that happen on planet Earth. Planet Earth is so tough, man, between natural disasters, between financial difficulties, between things falling apart, entropy, our car breaking down, our bodies breaking down, our relationships breaking down. All you can really do is try to stay positive, try to stay focused, try to be intentional, try to pay attention. And when you see that something's deviating off the path, try to rectify it as soon as possible. If you're going down the path and you start to go off the path, it's a lot easier to make that tiny adjustment and get back on it rather than wait, and then you're so far off the path, who knows if you'll ever get back there. Give someone forgiveness. That's another thing too. Holding on to anger because somebody stole from you or ripped you off and being mad at somebody, it's like drinking poison and thinking that it's going to hurt the other person. It's really hurting you in more ways than you know. And if you know that being lied to hurts, that having something stolen from you hurts, then don't be that type of person that puts that into the world. Try to think of it like a boomerang effect. Whatever you put in the world is going to come back to you tenfold. So try to, if you know that you don't like being lied to, then don't be the type of person that lies to people. If you don't like being stolen from, then don't steal from people. If you see something that needs fixing, try to fix it if you can. If you're walking down the road in a beautiful city and your city's looking beautiful and you see a piece of garbage on the ground, maybe pick it up and throw it out. Maybe not. Stay safe, have fun, keep a positive mindset. I just wanted to send this video because I was just thinking about it. And, I was just thinking about some of the trolls out there and some of the negative aspects and how do I react to some of them, leaving some comments. And you know what? You're not going to change the world. You're not going to change people's mindsets by combating them. You might not ever change their mindset anyways, but you know what? You can just put out love and peace and try to let people know from your perspective how you look at things. And that's another thing, is we all have different perspectives and we all have different ways of looking at the world. And I think that that's what makes the world beautiful. It kind of, in a weird way, it would be a really boring world if everybody thought the same way, if everybody did the same thing. But we can try to create a micro utopia amongst each other by being respectful to people, you know, bus drivers, customer service representatives, the people maybe making your coffee, the garbage man. Everybody is important. I remember once my father asked me, "Hey son, who's more important at a company? The janitor or the VP of sales?" And I thought about it and I thought, well, if you don't have a VP of sales and if you can't make sales, well, then your company's going to fall apart. You're not going to generate any revenue. And I said, well, the VP of sales, because of what I just mentioned. And then my dad said, yeah, but if you don't have a janitor, then the garbage is going to be up to here and nobody's going to be able to walk and sell anything. I'm like, hey. And he was like, you know what? Everybody is just as important as everybody else at an organization. And make sure you treat everybody with respect. And then I kind of thought about that and I incorporated it into my life. And then, you know what? Also, when you're trying to climb that corporate ladder, you never know who you're going to pass as you go up or go down and who else is going to pass you as well. So in another weird way, you just want to be respectful, you want to be humble, and you want to be honest and open. That doesn't mean that you need to, don't be fake. But if you're having a bad day, also don't go out and mean mug people. Maybe put on a fake smile. Oh man, look at this. Blue skies, Truth Radio. Yo, let's go. Welcome back. Oh, what a gift. Oh man. Yo, that was epic. All right, I'm ending it here. Thank you very much. Do what you want with this info. If you like it, like it. If you got some thoughts, comments, questions, leave them down below. Hey man, if you're watching this, that means you're alive. That means that you've got the opportunity to breathe. What an amazing day. Blue skies, Truth Radio. I love you. I hope your skies are blue. You know what that means when I say that? I hope your skies are blue. First of all, I hope your skies are blue. You know what? I'll explain it in another video. But basically, I hope that you don't have a cloudy, overcast, crappy sky. I mean, it happens. But I hope that they're clear and that they're blue and that it sends positivity and vibes. But also, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. It means that I hope you have clear thoughts and a good life and that your situation is good. I hope your skies are blue. Blue skies, Truth Radio.